Hello everybody, I am here with that promised Froppy video for 50 subs. Actually, by the time I'm recording this, it's almost 60. I just wanted to do a Froppy video for, no better reason. It's going to be the same as the Shiggy one, going through abilities, combos, and among other things. I don't know much about Froppy, but I'll, try and pass on the basics to y'all people. This is, before editing and after recording Caddy. I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing with this. She's pretty straightforward as to her kits, but it gets so confusing once you get to her combos. Oh my gosh. Tsuyu has a very straightforward alpha. When used on the ground, it's like majority of others. However, when used in the air, it will grapple you towards whatever you hit, whether it's the ground, buildings, and even other players, making this her basically only movement option in her kit. Moving on to her beta, she swings her tongue out in a half circle to knock enemies back. This also has an air variant, which does a half circle vertically, while also doing noticeably less damage. Moving on to the final of her main abilities, she can camouflage herself to sneak up on enemies. And while camouflage, she is immune to most types of tracking abilities, such as Hawk's Perception. On top of this, Tsuyu also gets a minor movement speed boost while in this camouflaged state. As one may assume, Tsuyu's combos rely on her being an absolute gremlin. Of course, there's the alpha into double beta combo. This utilizes both types of betas, air and ground, as seen. However, if you can manipulate her movements right, you can also do air melee into a beta. The reason I worded it so weirdly is because after hitting an air melee, Tsuyu does a weird kickflip. This is what I meant by saying she gets confusing, because seriously, I did not figure out why she did this for about 10 minutes. Apparently you have to be looking at them or lower down, but I still don't have any really good idea. Do you guys see now that I don't play Froppy? I'm just concluding here because I really don't have anything else to say. I did plan for this to be, another 5-10 minute video like the past few I've made, but, the longest I think this is going to be, as of right now, is going to be 3 if I really decide to pan out runtime by just yapping my ass off. And as the dedicated 141 people who saw the Shigaraki guide may have noticed, I didn't include as many sections as I did in this one as I did in that one. Mainly, it's because, I barely know jack anything about Froppy. I barely know how to move, how to do her combos, how to do just about anything with the character, let alone anything like animation cancels or jack shit like that. And also, I'm currently being put on fraud watch for at least a few weeks, give or take. Regardless, if somehow some of you learned something, I would suggest liking and subscribing, because I guarantee you the rest of the stuff I make is way better than this. And, I will see you all in that all for one video, which I find funny that because, the most recent videos I've made on characters specifically have been guides, so you all assumed that was going to be an all for one guide. When I was planning to make it all about the nerfs he received. But, I can make that about his guide too, I guess. So, I don't know, maybe I'll do an all-for-one video and an all-for-one guide. I don't know. Regardless, the next video is going to be about technical all-for-one. So subscribe if you want to see that.